Hello and welcome to the John Ark Show. Today's episode is called Living in New York City Now More Dangerous Than Living in Its Prisons. Before we begin, I want to encourage you to subscribe to our channel for free. You can also like, comment, and follow us. We're going to have a lot of great celebrity interviews coming up, so make sure to click on that notification bell so you can be notified every time we upload a new episode. Also, we ask that you post a link to today's show on all your social media to help get the word out. Now, let's get started. This week, living in New York City has officially become more dangerous than living in its prisons. Why is that? That's because Manhattan's new DA has ordered his prosecutors to stop seeking prison sentences for many criminals and their crimes. He's going to downgrade felony charges in cases including armed robbery, drug dealing, and many other crimes and reclassify them, get ready, as misdemeanors. This sparked immediate outrage from the police, who said the policies will lead to more crime and to shootings. It also gives criminals the roadmap to freedom from prosecution and control of our streets, said the head of the NYPD Detectives Endowment Association. It means that you can resist arrest, deal drugs, obstruct arrests, and even carry a gun and get away with it. The head of the NYPD's largest union also expressed serious concerns about the message these types of policies send to both our police officers and criminals on the street. Police officers don't want to be sent out to enforce laws that the district attorneys won't prosecute, and there's already too many people who believe they can commit crimes, resist arrest, interfere with police officers, and face zero consequences. Before this week's new announcement by the DA, the city of New York was already a living hellscape. Everyday citizens were being robbed and killed and raped on a regular basis, and little or nothing was being done to protect them. With these new policy announcements, the criminals of New York have been told that the city is no longer interested in prosecuting them as felonies. They've been told they won't even be arrested. They now know that the police will have little interest in arresting them because the prosecutors aren't doing their jobs. The progressive prosecutors and the DA have essentially told the criminals, go ahead, do whatever you want, because we're going to do whatever we can to not arrest you, to not prosecute you, and to allow you to continue breaking the laws whenever you want. What does that mean for ordinary citizens? It means that simply walking or driving to work will become more dangerous than a lot of war zones around the world. It means that New York City is very restrictive to ordinary citizens when it comes to carrying guns. But if you're a criminal who carries one during the commission of the crime, then they'll do everything possible to avoid arresting or prosecuting you. It means that everyone who thought that the last mayor and administration was the worst in the history of the United States is now being confronted by a new administration and DA that appear to be much more criminal friendly than the last one. Here's another really interesting observation that will soon become apparent to even the dumbest New Yorkers. And that is that the city itself is now more dangerous than the inside of its prisons. Why is that, you ask? Because when there is a crime or a disturbance inside our prison, the guards react immediately and punish the prisoners involved. But that's not going to be the case on the streets of New York anymore. In fact, we suspect that with this new ruling by the DA, that most police officers won't even bother responding to 911 calls anymore. They'll either slow roll the calls or they will ignore them. Why is that? Why bother arresting people that won't be prosecuted? And given the city's recent decision to remove immunity protections for police officers, why would cops go chasing and arresting criminals who may then file a lawsuit against them for harassment or something else insane the next, a day or two after they're released? By the way, that same mayoral order stripping the police of their immunity, that order also says that police now have to pay for their own legal expenses when they're sued. Mark my words. These latest actions will dramatically increase the speed and number of people moving out of the city. New York is now officially more dangerous than the inside of its prisons. Thank you for watching. I want to encourage you to subscribe to our channel for free. You can also like, comment, and follow us. We're going to have a lot of great celebrity interviews coming up, so make sure to click on that notification bell so you can be notified every time we post a new episode. Also, we ask that you post a link to today's show on all your social media to help get the word out. Thank you, and we shall see you soon. Bye-bye.